Hi, my name's Carrie, and I am one of the co-founders and lead investigators with CPEAR. Sorry I'm not able to make it here tonight, but I did want to discuss with you one of the experimental investigative techniques that I've been using, and I had used it here at the Southington Masonic Lodge in the temple area. And the technique is called pendulum scrying. And it's where you take a pendulum, and pendulums come in all different shapes and sizes, and they are made of different stones or different crystals which have different meanings. This here is the pendulum that I was using that night. And while up in the temple, I was trying to find or get a name by using pendulum scrying. You can communicate using the pendulum by the pendulum with its movements. You can ask yes and no questions. You could also, what I was doing was asking for the pendulum to move in one certain direction, a specific direction, and then when I came to a letter, to start moving in the different directions when I hit the right letter, to try and get a name out of it. And the name that I got was Tyler Parker. Now I don't know, coming in to investigate the Masons, I don't know much about the history of the Masons, the positions or anything like that. But what I found really interesting was after my session, I went down and I spoke with one of the Masons that were there that night and asked him if the name Tyler Parker had any relevance, especially with the Southington Masons. What he had mentioned to me, which I found very surprising, was that a Tyler is actually a position that is within the Masons. It's the security. He told me that it was one of the guys that would sit outside during the meetings, and usually often way back when they used to hold a sword and they would protect, he would just like kind of guard the doors during the meetings. The other thing that was really significant was that the last name Parker was a long time ago a significant name in the town of Southington. They were not sure if there was ever a Mr. Parker who used to be a Tyler, had the position of a Tyler. I'm not sure if there's any way of finding out that information. That I think would be a very good piece of evidence if we can actually confirm that there was actually a person whose last name was Parker who also had the position of Tyler, because apparently maybe back then people are called by their positions, and he might have been called or known as Tyler Parker. I'm still in the researching phase of using pendulum scrying during our investigations, but I did want to share that experience with you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the lecture. Thank you.